So this is my senior class picture. As you can see, pearls are not a new phenomena for me. Hi, I am Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States, and this is my hair story. This is me. I'm pretty sure I was 5 in this story, and I just got my hair cut. As long as I can remember, my mother would part our hair down the middle and put it in 2 tight braids. I wanted to wear it out, and it's so funny because I go to school and, so she would have put it in the 2 braids, and then as soon as I got to school, I'd take the braids out to get ready to go home at the end of the school day. My friends would braid my hair for me. And the braids were always in, those big bobbles. Sometimes they had like flowers at the end and it was in the bottom and at the top. I would have opinions about the color depending on what I was wearing that day. The braids was definitely the look for most of my childhood. The advice I would have for my younger self is to pay attention to what those incredible people were telling you. And I think I did without being conscious of it. It was around this time that Aretha Franklin was famously singing, "You are young, gifted, and black." Everything that was communicated to us told us that we were special, that we were loved, and that we had responsibilities, and that we should never let anybody tell us who we are. We tell them who we are. And so to my younger self, I'd say, listen to all that because they're preparing you. This is me and one of my best friends from college, and we would go up to the Capitol Mall, I felt like almost every weekend, and protest against apartheid. And so this is us at a protest. We were protesting in particular for divestment from South Africa and the need for the United States to stand in support of those who were fighting against apartheid. So I was very active. I wanted to go to Howard. I had family members that went to Howard, and it's where I knew I wanted to go, just how they would talk about what that experience had been. And it was an incredible experience. Attending an HBCU is to be in an environment where, again, every signal that is sent to you tells you that you belong and that great things are expected of you. It's an environment that holds you to a very high standard. Howard is the real HU, although Hampton has a beautiful campus. My first elected position was freshman class representative of the Liberal Arts Student Council. It was a very hotly contested race. My opponent was from New Jersey, and she is brilliant, and she and I have run into each other in later years. I was very active. I was very active in student government. This was that era in terms of what was happening in the world, and it was certainly an active period for me. So this is my senior class picture that I took at Howard. As you can see, pearls are not a new phenomena for me. I had decided I was gonna, through my college years, have short hair. Well, it was just easy. Instead of having, to deal with the amount of time that it takes to do your own hair or get it done, which I really couldn't afford to do, it just was easy. When I was in college, I just didn't want to have to put that kind of time into worrying about my hair. This is from homecoming. 2 of my best friends from college, and Howard homecoming is a tradition shared by a lot of people who did not even go to Howard. Probably one of the best homecomings in the entire nation. I grew up a daughter of parents who were active in the civil rights movement. The heroes of that movement, many of them were the lawyers who understood the power of translating the passion from the streets to the courtrooms of our country, challenging discriminatory laws, unfair laws, and also proposing and uplifting those that brought freedom and equality and justice. And so that's what I wanted to do. Many people out there have accomplished their dream of going to college. Many also have assumed a whole lot of debt because of the student loans that you had to take out to actually be able to go to college. That is a huge burden for far too many people. And so the president and I, we decided to take this issue on. And as an administration, we have now forgiven over $140 billion of student loan debt. And one of the pieces that I'm most excited about is what we have done for people who are in public service. So firefighters, teachers, nurses. And their debt, on average, has been forgiven by about at least $70,000. And it's making a difference. It allows people to be more productive and to do what they want to do with that degree, which is uplift our economy, strengthen communities. This is me when I was the elected district attorney of San Francisco, wearing big earrings. And then this one is our inauguration day as I was being sworn in as Vice President of the United States. I decided I wanted to grow out my hair. The blow dry was just to make it a little bit more manageable. So I know a lot of people saw my interview with Keke Palmer. And yes, it's the round brush, not the hot iron. That's how I do it. Don't ever let anybody take your power from you. Your vote matters. It is because people turned out in record numbers in 2020 to vote that I am the first woman vice president of the United States. This election really is about each of us asking a question: what kind of country do we want to live in? And we have the power to answer that question with our vote. I'm Kamala Harris, and this was my hair story.